What's going on? So, you know what? I thought I would, make this time productive and actually teach some stuff. So we'll go ahead and do that. One of the things that's on my mind right now is, talking about the moving parade that goes on in the internet marketing or any market that you're in, really. And, this is something that really jumped out to me from the Super Bowl yesterday. Those of you that watched the Super Bowl, it was the commercials were really interesting to me. It was like, I was telling my wife about this that the commercials just seem kind of weird. Did they seem weird to you guys, especially you older people who are more my age? Like there was a lot of pattern interrupts. There was a lot of choppy attention stuff, and I think that's really what's going on a lot in our industry. So the advertising agencies that were behind some of those Super Bowl ads, I don't know for sure. This is just my opinion. I think they're really tapping into this, really short attention span that just seems to be getting worse and worse across the planet. So like kids are, on YouTube and it's real choppy, quick, fast moving attention type stuff. Media is like this. The commercials are looking like that. News is like that. Everywhere you go, it's like this real choppy type of attention that you're seeing out in the world and society. And I think that's, it's always kind of been that way. Like I remember talking about this, 10 years ago, whenever I would talk about copywriting conversions, I would talk about how it's really important to, capture their attention and bring them into, because people are so busy bouncing around all over the place. Just like on Facebook, people are like bouncing around all over the place right now. So they're like, there's some urge pulling them to like leave this video and go do 15 other things real fast. And I think that's what you're seeing a lot in society. Facebook, you're scrolling up and down the wall there. You're shifting around from different things. You're checking emails, or you're answering the phone. You're doing all these different things at the same time. And we see that a lot going on with people. And if you try to have an adult conversation with adults, it's kind of hard these days, right? Everyone has ADD and this. So that's kind of like how I feel the world is shaping up to be. And for you as an entrepreneur, I actually think that's a pretty good opportunity if you realize what's going on and you get super focused, because most are not, right? Most people, it's going to give you a huge edge to get super focused in on, your business at hand or your task at hand or what it is that you're looking to accomplish. And then, just really laser beam 3,000 focus on what you're doing, because most of the world can't even tie their shoes because, they're so distracted. There's a lot of that going on. You see a lot of pattern interrupts with the commercials and media out there. You see a lot of open loops going on. You see a lot of short, choppy attention span stuff. So I think when we think about that with our conversions, with our copywriting and conversions, it's really important to understand that you have to really simplify your message. You have to really simplify your offer and really look at your whole market as, and this is what's really fascinating to me about politics also, for like E. Brian Rose in the House and others that, just following the political races and all that over the years, is, having a really clear message that's super simple. And like from a marketing perspective, I heard many years ago that you should look at your market as like Homer Simpson. So you dumb down everything that you're doing to the point that like even Homer Simpson gets it, right? So we as marketers or, intellects or business entrepreneurs or, those of us who think we're smart, we overcomplicate everything and we make everything way more difficult than it really needs to be when you look at the market in general, because the market is really not paying that close of attention to you and what you do. Like you could have 100 marketers in this room right now in front of me, and I couldn't tell you what they sell. I couldn't say like, well, Andre sells this and William sells that and so on and so forth. And so when you look at the market in general, that's how they are. They're very distant, and you're just, someone that popped up on their computer screen at this very moment. I'm someone that just popped up on your computer screen at this very moment. So we call that the moving parade. Right, so if you picture yourself at a parade or Mardi Gras coming up, right, and you're in a parade and you see these floats go by, and you're like, wow, that's a really nice float, and then it's gone and you forget about it. And then here comes the marching band, and you're like, there's the marching band. Wow, that was really great, and they go, and then there's another float. Well, that's kind of how it is in our society today and in your market that you're in. So you have a lot of action going on. You're getting a lot of emails, a lot of stuff's going on. That's the moving parade. So the way to capitalize on that from a conversion perspective is to really drill down your message and really crystallize your offer to be so simple that even Homer Simpson gets it. So perfectly specialized that anyone can get what it is that your message is, and you deliver that. You deliver that message over and over and over again, because the market is kind of like zombies. They're kind of dumbed down. They're kind of super distracted. They're real jacked up and broken, and they have all kinds of stuff going on in their lives that it's real difficult for them to sit there and pay really close attention to what it is you're doing. So same with videos like this. Oftentimes it's just a click and gone, and I'm forgot about in 20 minutes. So that's where, being very visible, or being, what's the word, all over the place, it's omnipresent all the time, all that really helps to increase conversions. So also when it comes to conversions, while we're on that point, is, I like to teach that the rising tide lifts all boats. So a lot of copywriters or marketers and entrepreneurs online look at their businesses as just a sales letter, or just a video sales letter, or just an automated webinar, or just whatever it is that their main conversion thing is. And it's not just that. It's so much more than that. And there's so much intertwined, connected pieces that increase conversions. It's not just your sales letter, or it's just not your headline, or it's not just your automated webinar. It's much more than that. It's the rising tide lifts all boats. So it's, what is your status in the marketplace? What is the social proof in the marketplace? Like, what are people saying about you? What is your visibility like in the marketplace? What are the stories that people talk about you, out in the marketplace as well? Because although we like to think that the marketplace is so crazy huge, your marketplace as a digital marketer or information marketer is really not that huge. I know like 80% of the people that are going to be on this call right now, I've seen their names and all that. So our market is not as, even though the gross grand market is huge, your actual reach is, kind of more targeted. So understand that the reputation that you have in your marketplace is significant, and that your reputation, your status precedes you. What people say about you, the stories they say about you, how they feel about you, the symbols that you use, how you present yourself, how you carry yourself, the confidence that you have, all of that really matters when it comes to just a general aura of how your market feels about you. If like, for example, if I was always dropping F-bombs and acting a certain way and looked a certain way, then that would create a stereotype type of vision of me, an aura of me, and the way I carry myself would come across the screen, or come across in emails, would come across in even the written word, as me as a certain way. So the market sort of mirrors you. So what I'm saying is, you have to be cognizant of what it is you're delivering to the marketplace and how you're delivering that to the marketplace, because that's going to matter when it comes to your conversions. So if I'm out there and I'm always presenting myself as, this gangster type of guy and in a certain way, and and I look a certain way, and I'm presenting myself a certain way, I'm carrying myself a certain way, the language I use is being presented in a certain way. All of that matters too when it comes to conversions, because I'm going to attract that, because that's the market mirrors you. So I'm going to attract that. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with gangsters, but I'm saying that that's what you're going to attract if that's how you're representing yourself. If you're representing yourself very professional, then you're going to attract more of that, right? So understand that it's all connected. The rising tide lifts all boats. So if you're doing Facebook Lives like this, or if you're doing webinars, or if you're doing written content, if you're seeing, I know I'm a gangster. What's up, Paul? Gangster in the house, man. So I know, it's all connected. The rising tide lifts all boats. Your reputation precedes you. It's not just your sales letter. It's much more than that. It's the stories they tell about you out in the marketplace. It's the social proof. It's, what comes up when they Google you, and, on and on and on, all those types of things. What is your history like, in the marketplace? And, people buy from those they know, like, and trust, and the people they want to buy from. So if they see you out in the market and you're presenting yourself to be a success, then people want to buy from those who are successful. people want to buy from those who are wealthy, right? In certain marketplaces, and you got to present yourself as that manner in order to increase conversions. Let me put it this way: like if I was up here right now trying to sell you guys something, which I'm not, but if I was trying to sell you something, then what if I came across, real unsure of the offer that I'm providing you? So if the offer I'm providing you is sort of, here's how to get traffic, and I'm real hesitant and timid and unsure that my offer will get you a lot of traffic. So I would come across a certain way, right? I'd be like, well, maybe if this happens and that happens, you'll get some traffic. You'll get a little sprinkle of traffic, a little trickle of traffic, and you might get a few viewers that land on your squeeze page. You might even get a couple subscribers, and who knows, maybe you'll trip and fall on a sell, and that will change your life, because all it takes is one sell for you to realize this is real. So you should buy my traffic program, because it's going to help you get, hopefully, possibly, might get you some traffic. See, you're not going to buy that program. You're not going to buy that offer at all. But if I come with super confidence and super certainty and maybe even a little bravado on my offer being the best thing you could possibly find, and it's worth every red cent and then some, and you're not going to find anything out there. This is the best in the world at this, and it's going to get you a flood of traffic. You're going to get this and that, and it's going to blow you away, and it's absolutely awesome. Then you're going to be more likely to buy that. So the whole point of me telling you that is to share with you how important language matters. Language matters. So when you look at conversions, yes, it's all connected. The rising tide lifts all boats, but the language matters. So what you say in your emails, how you say what you say in your emails, the way you present yourself in your emails, that all matters. The way you present yourself on video matters. The way you present yourself on audio matters. Are you coming across with a lot of confidence and certainty, or are you coming across timid and shy and kind of weak when it comes to what it is your offer is to actually provide somebody? If you're standing up in front of somebody and you're absolutely 100% confident and certain that what it is that you do works, then what happens is, even if you screw up, even if you mess up, it's still just forgotten about in about 2.6 seconds, because your confidence and certainty is just too glowing. It's too glaring so it overcomes any weaknesses in your marketing. So I'm telling you, the rising tide lifts all boats. It's not just the headline and copy. It's not just the language tone, right, Paul? Language tone, vocal projection, all that really matter. The symbols matter. How you're out there and presenting yourself in the market certainly matters. And it's not just the headline. It's not just your sales copy. It's not just your video. It's not your offer. It's not just your offer either. It's not just your price. It's not your guarantee. It's not all those things that we grew up in learning in this market. It's much more than that. There's a lot of connected soup around conversions, and this is why you see really popular marketers that have big names. They may not have the greatest offer in the world. They may not have even testimonials. They may not even have, they're not crossing their T's and dotting their I's on all the stuff that it takes to create a conversion, yet they're making millions. And you say, well, it's because they're famous, or because they have this big branded name and all that. And you know what? You're right. You're absolutely right. So like, if someone's teaching me something and they're like super famous, you gotta take that with a grain of salt, because they're super famous. And celebrity is the highest form of conversions there is. So if you have someone that's a really famous marketer or famous personal development person or celebrity or of any kind, or really high authority figure, they have a huge advantage over you if you're not that. They have a huge advantage over you, because the rising tide lifts all boats, and that persona, that reputation, that image is going to precede them, and they're going to have higher conversions. And they don't have to cross their T's and dot their I's and have all this great, phenomenal, mind-blowing content, or even mind-blowing offers, or mind-blowing copywriting that has all kinds of bells and whistles and testimonials. They're still going to convert well because of their reputation status in the marketplace. So how you use your reputation, how you use your status, how you use the stories in the marketplace that people are saying about you, how you use your social proof, how you use all that, even how you, I mean, even the background. Like if I had a bunch of, plastic trash bags behind me with spaghetti sauce all over the wall, that's not going to present me in a very good manner, right? If it looks like poverty behind me. Now, I just decided to do this. I don't have any background or anything, but I'm just saying that all that really, really matters, and you should be cognizant of that, anything that you do, because whatever the market sees in this little box right here, right? This little box, whatever you can control that a lot, and you can raise your conversions, because the rising tide lifts all boats, so it's all connected.